So, Steve, we are beginning to have questions.
Okay, hey everybody, this is Steve Swartz with Stefan Page with Market Leaders Mastermind, and hey, I just threw up this little ad, put a tripod in here. We figured out how to get it vertical. We got the blab going. It's our second blab, so hey, we're working on it, and I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Hopefully that goes. And so what we wanted to do today is do Talking Tuesday. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's not super bright and not big, but again, Talking Tuesday. No matter what you're doing inside of any type of business, so whether you are I got out of the military, whether you got a job, whether you have your own business, whether you have family members, communication, whatever you want to do, it always comes back down to communication. All right. So what you're saying to people, what you're not saying, how you're expressing things, your expressions, all of this stuff comes down to communication. So what I learned when I got out of the military was, for me to make it, everything actually in the military also revolved around communication, if you want to know the truth. And it was one of the major tenets. If you didn't have your communication, wow, you were basically ineffective. We would call it combat ineffective if you couldn't communicate with others. So taking that when you get into, everyday life outside of that, what do you do? I learned that you had to learn to talk to people effectively, right? Not talk at them. And there's certain things that we can do, and we can frame it in a process that can help you in anything you do. Doesn't matter if it's in network marketing, whether it's helping you do whatever. If you frame it and you kind of know where you're at in conversations, then it's always going to make you more effective. And then there's certain things like the way, sometimes people are too assertive. Sometimes people are texting, right, while they're talking to you. Sometimes they're not really listening. So all of these things, those are the communication qualities. And then there's a formula we go through. And then Stefan has some questions, and we just wanted to jump out there and get you to think about this. I wanted to just talk for a second. Is if you can get really good at this, then man, sky's the limit for your income. And the first thing you have to do though is start how you talk to yourself real fast, and then I'm going to get in with Stefan, maybe hit some questions, and then we'll kind of frame it within. Then I'll let of course Stefan can add in there as well. But what you want in your business, right? Oftentimes we focus on what we don't have, but we don't have this, we want that, we don't, oh, this isn't going right. We focus on negative versus positive. It's actually the opposite of what most people do. So you kind of got to retrain yourself to start thinking, hey, how can I make this work? Or what do I really want to have happen? So if you start putting these thoughts, you kind of put these thoughts out there that, you know what, I'm going to attract this 6-figure income earner into my line 2, and they're going to build a 6-figure business. I'm going to help them. They're going to be a long-term, lifelong partner in business with me. And you start putting your brain around finding that versus, oh, someone else just went off auto show, or somebody else, right? We put our brain on what we want to have happen, and we start attracting that to us. They start popping up. The other day I was like, hey, I'm going to attract somebody in San Diego who was a network marketing professional who's not happy with their company, and they're looking for a new business, and then they want to build a big local team. I don't know. I just threw it out there. In my next minute, the next day, literally, I get a LinkedIn request from somebody who's in San Diego, who's a network marketing leader, who I don't know. I have to get in contact with them, but just putting that out there and not even really concentrating on it that much, but I should have done a better job of that. It comes to you. You start seeing these things happen. So start thinking of what you want to have happen. I'm going to optimize two lines, and make $2,000 base commissions, $500 bonus, and I'm going to make $2,500 a week and plus matching $3,000 a week in RX every single week, and I'm doing that. So think about that. Okay. So go ahead, Stefan.
Go ahead. Okay. What do I say? Questions.
Questions or
We've got questions here. Okay. So tips. Okay. Someone, Cynthia is asking tips for talking to a big leader from another company. What's the best way to start the conversation?
You want to start or what?
Well, you can start. Actually, that's from Cynthia. And from what I know, Cynthia actually sponsored some of those big leaders. So we should reverse and ask her the question.
Yeah. What's up with that? She's probably trying to trick us. Yeah, if you don't know,
It's about relationship, right?
yeah, if you don't know, this is crazy right now because I just got off a call. Matter of fact, that's why I was like kind of like jumbled around at the start of this because I just got off a call with a Skype call real fast with Rui Ludovino, who was at the time, I think making like, let's just say he was making some pretty good money, top 15 in another company, right? He was in another company, Zango, right? And he was at an event. He wasn't happy for whatever reason, right? And he was and Cynthia went to a network marketing event. It was like a training. So she went there and she got to know Rui through this kind of like a mastermind situation. And so what happened is, this is crazy. These are how the stories go. And I'm going to tie it back to what's going on right now. And then we can kind of like show you, and she can even like elaborate inside the Facebook group, what she said to Rui and how she started it. So anyways, about 2.5 years ago, probably 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. When the Sandy, remember the Sandy, I don't know, the big hurricane hit New Jersey. And so Rui and Cynthia Heffron, who was from Philly at the time, they were at this mastermind in Las Vegas. They had been through a couple different things together. They got to become friends. Cynthia was like, Steve, you should talk to Rui. I don't think he's happy with his company. And I was like, okay, well, figure it out. Let's talk to him. And so she did. She started talking to him. Anyways, they were supposed to fly back to East Coast. Rui's going to go to Portugal where he lives. And Cynthia was going to go to Philly. So Sandy hits, all the airports are dead, like it's over. They're in Vegas. I lived in Park City, Utah. So I said, well, why don't you just fly to Salt Lake City? I'll introduce you to Tim Sales and, we'll come and meet the company, whatever. So we got on a call. I got one of the founders of RX, Mark, and we talked to Rui and learned about what's going on with them. And I said, hey, as an added bonus, I think I can get you to talk to Tim as well, Tim Sales. So he flies over. We brought him to the office, and then he signed up with the Elite Pack. And then the next thing we started Portugal, which had its ups and downs. It was like our second thing into Europe. And Portugal's not the number one market you would start. It's still a good market, but at the time it was like, okay, now we started shipping the products. It was crazy. So we went through all these things, and it happened because Cynthia talked to someone that was in another company. But what you do with anybody, you can't just go up to somebody if you're in a company and say, hey, oh, by the way, real fast, Rui, who's also working with Sam. So Rui, by the way, what ended up happening is Rui went to London. He built his team in Portugal. Then he went to London, did a couple things. Someone there ended up sponsoring Dee, Sue Ardley, and someone named Sandra Miskimen, who like won all these trips and everything, won the trip last year. And guess what? Today, now Sandra and them, and then that led to the whole UK just blowing up. Like UK is huge, man. UK is doing like 6 figures of volume every single week right now. They've only been doing this for like a few months. So it's exploded. We're gonna have like 1,300 people in Liverpool in a couple of months, and like in May 7th. We got a whole bunch of things going on in Europe. But it all started with this conversation. It all started with someone in Philadelphia who, had been in network marketing before, never really made a bunch of money, but liked products and was around stuff, but never really had made it happen over like 20 years, right? We're talking about 20 years. Been in different companies. Now, Cynthia has like pretty much all of Europe under her. I mean, almost, right? Not John and Netherlands, but almost a big part of Europe. So today, I'm going to announce to you that Rui and Sandra just made president together right now. Boom. They asked $3,000 base commissions. They just made it. So they're excited. I just talked to Rui. He's over drinking champagne in Italy. It's great. So I'm three-way calling
That's
right
great.
now. A minute ago in Skype with Rui, he goes, hey, are you there? And he has a champagne. I was like, what? I'm like 7 in the morning over here. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, celebrating the presidents. I was like, wait a minute. I started to check this volume. I was like, oh my gosh, she made president. He goes, Sandra did too. So then I three-way Sandra on the Skype. She's over in Ireland, right? So it's just awesome. I'm in here in California, Skyping with people in Italy boom. So all of this stuff can happen for you. So how do you talk to a leader?
And Steve, one of the reasons Cynthia was asking that is because she says, I have 12 minutes till the call with this person. This is this one isn't looking, but apparently can make 5 times more. And I told Steve he had to put us up, and he was sweet enough to do it. Okay, that's the other conversation, but yeah.
Yeah. So she was just saying how he could make more. But it's really, a lot of people don't. A lot of leaders, they find that they're not as respected as they were, and they're like, things change, and they don't feel like they're always in charge, always the same situation. So what you have to think about here is, yeah, you have all these things that could be that could help the person, right? But again, it goes back to this part. What's step one, Stefan? What's it called?
Oh, you mean the greet?
Yeah, greeting.
The inviting formula. Yes, greeting.
It doesn't change.
No, you still do it.
This part, you're done. Your history. You're looking for some tricky line you say to a leader. No. Hey, you learn about him. So if I'm talking to a leader, I'm going to give him compliments, say, hey, like, man, so awesome. Like, you made, $30,000 a month for how many years? Dude, that's incredible. Awesome job, right? Way to go. And so I'm going to compliment him because, that's someone who's elite. You want to give them compliments. You don't want to go, oh, you made 30,000. Well, you're going to make so much more here, right? That's so dumb. You're being an idiot if you do that, right? I'm just telling you. It's being too assertive, all these things, okay? So you still got to get a greeting. So how's that work? I'm talking to the gentleman or the lady or whoever it is and say, well, that's awesome that's so awesome. So, how's it going? I mean, obviously you're doing really, really well in the company. You're making more, you're making awesome. Obviously you're making, so much money. You're doing great. Now if I'm talking to them and someone brought them on the call, I say, would there be any reason that you would be looking for something else? And I'm going to say it just like that. I'm going to say, obviously you're doing awesome. And you can completely tell me to get lost or whatever. I don't care. But, would there be a reason that, any reason you may look, you'd be looking for something else? If they say, no, I'm not, I'm absolutely not. I'm just going to say, oh, okay, well, no problem. It's really nice meeting you. Boom. I'm not going to start pitching them. That's what I'm going to do. Right? Possibly. But what I'm really going to do is find out what's going on with them, how's it going, and get them to start talking to me. Right, Stefan? I mean, you've done this so many times as well.
Yeah, totally. You find common grounds. I mean, you find something that you can talk about. I had this person who was complaining about companies not treating reps well, and so
say that, Stefan, right there. Companies not treat. Hey, so give me an example, right? So this is me talking to you. If I was like you said that, I would say, yeah. I wouldn't say, yeah, you're right. They don't do it. I say, man, it's crazy. What's happened to you, right? And then I just listen, and I listen. Yeah. And I listen, and I listen. There you go. And then based on what they say, I'm forming this because I need to get step 2, which is qualify. What do they want? What do they really want?
Yeah.
Then I could do the other part of this, which is invite them. But if I don't do this and this, and I just invite them, then it's like, hey, Stefan, you want this basketball? I know you want it, right? Like, you could have this basketball. It's so awesome. Dude, this basketball is way better than your basketball. What are you talking about? You sound really weird, right?
Yeah.
Hey, no, really, man. I know you have a basketball. This one's so much better, though. I'm trying too hard. Right?
No, it's a fight, yeah. I'm going to be defensive.
Oh, it's so stupid. Get it away from me, right? Just think about it. Do this. Make friends with people. Right? Make friends. Learn about them. Greeting. Qualify. I don't know what they're looking for. Maybe they think they're happy. Right? Maybe they're really not. So I don't know if you want to add on to that, Stefan.
No, I think it's all about building that relationship, even if it's a new person. That's the first step, is you show respect for what they've done. And once you have that, then it's easier. Like yesterday, I was talking to someone, and he's also like doing really, really well online, doing online marketing. And so all I'm doing, I'm not pitching him anything. All I'm asking is, so, what are you working on these days that's really working well? Where's your focus and all of that? And so he's commenting back and all of that. But I saw on his wall that he's posting that he's exercising, losing weight. All right. So I just know that that's, in there, but I'm not mentioning that. And so I'm just asking him, like, what are you up to? What's working? Oh, really? That's great. Well, you've done a terrific job. That's awesome. And then obviously he says, what about you? What were you working on? I said, well, I'm just currently working on a sales funnel that, has just been launched, and I'm currently driving traffic to it, and we've got like great conversion. And so that's what I'm doing, and we're tweaking it. And obviously he asked me, oh, what is the funnel about? And I said, weight loss, like fat loss for men. And he says, no kidding. Like, this is what I'm into right now. And so he says, yeah, do you have a link? Do you have something? I want to check it out. So the guy is currently on the website. He's very interested. So what did I do? I didn't approach him to pitch him. I got interested in him. So the greeting was super important, and then led into that other direction. But that's it. That's the first step. And you do that with anybody, your friends, your family, people you're approaching, strangers. Like, be interested in them and talk about them. You just get them to talk freely about whatever they're interested in.
Guys, keep it simple. I don't know you. I got to get you to talk to me. What do you do? Like, how long have you worked here? Oh man, do you like working here? How long, what did you do before you were a fireman? Oh, I was, I was in the Coast Guard. Oh my gosh, when did you join the Coast Guard? I don't know. I'm just making these conversations up. Oh, I joined out of high school. Wow, and you went to high school where? Right here, up the road in San Clemente. Oh, I think San Clemente is a pretty cool town. So you came right out. What did you do? What was your job in the Coast Guard? Boom. I don't know. I'm just creating conversations, right?
Yeah.
But I'm letting them talk. They're going to be talking mostly, right? So for the big leader or whatever, still compliment them on where they're at. Great job. Would there be any reason, hey, you know what? I know you might not be interested, but, would there be any reason you'd want to look at something else? And then find out what that reason is. And that's where they might say this thing about, well, I'm tired of companies changing comp plans and blah, 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 right? Yeah.
That happened to you?
Yeah. What happened? Like, what happened? And then they'll tell you, say, man, it sucks. Like, I understand. And say, well, I don't know if you realize, but there's actually a company that put together something where the company can't just do that. And it's not just like lip service. It's actually in the rules. It's actually in the policies. And I can say, I've actually voted on company policy because I'm a founder now in the company. Now, I might not say that to the person because they're like, what's a founder? In their mind, they're thinking like I've got some position just because I joined early or something. But I will say, if I got to them talking more, then I might say something like, actually, I've actually voted on compensation plan changes. Like, in other words, not a change, but actually an enhancement, right? Wouldn't that be good? I know a lot of companies call them enhancements, but then you look at your paycheck step. This would actually make more money every month because of this. And so no company will let you vote on their compensation plan, any adjustments. They won't do it. So in our company, they do. Because I'm a founder, I get to vote on that. So be nice to me. No, just kidding. So basically, right, we get to do that. No company in history has ever done that. Then you can talk to them about getting market share ownership. Yeah, we've already been told some things, man. There's going to be a big payout this year. So let's get moving. It's going to be awesome. But that's founders. So there's different things there. For another leader, it's the Bill of Rights. It's the foundership. It's the brand strategy is huge. I'll give you an example. In the United Kingdom with James Lavell's team, right? They are all over social media. They are all over, sorry, I got a dog over there going crazy. They are all over social media, all right? And previous company, the name was Juice Plus. I mean, whatever, it's a company. And so basically that's a lab, by the way, Labrador Retriever. whining to come hang out over here. But if he comes in here, he's going to knock down lights. He's going to knock down the camera. It's unbelievable. So he'll get too excited. So anyways, so if you hear a dog whining, that's just because he wants to hang out. But I was talking to James, and they've created like this over 2,000 people in the last, since they started like in September, October. And James is like top 5 in the whole company, right? Income wise. Well, 3 years ago, he wasn't even in network marketing. He joined a company, and in the US, that company's pretty old, but it was kind of newer to Europe. But they did some marketing things to make it look cool and make it look hip. But what happened is, because they didn't follow smart social media, and again, they didn't know what they were doing. It was their first gig. Like, it was his first gig. And he says, everyone put Juice Plus everywhere. Juice Plus, JP, Juice Plus, right? All over the place. Just like everyone does in network marketing. They just send links and they just do this and they post, and they wonder why. And that goes back to what we're talking about on the Marketing Monday. So they wore the name out. So people, after a little while, were like, "Oh, this isn't Juice Plus, is it?" So it started becoming an objection, right? So when I was starting network marketing and I would talk to people, what did they say to me? They would say, "Is this Amway?" Right? Like, "Is this Melaleuca?" Right? Because those companies have been around for a while, all right? And so they would ask me those types of things. I said, "Well, no." And so they basically would ask me that kind of stuff. And so why is that? Because those companies wore their name out. So with our brand strategy, right, we don't do that. Can you hear that? That's crazy. There's going to be a lab who's not going to be living here pretty soon.
It's not bad, Steve. I don't know about the others, but I can't hear him.
I know. Can't handle whining. So anyway, but the brand strategy, right? The brand strategy with RX is we're not out there really building RX as blowing up their name. Matter of fact, we're so savvy. We've actually included with Tim Sales. You guys don't see Tim a lot, but what he's doing is changing the way network marketing is done forever. With 3x fat loss, you have a marketing campaign that you could go out and build 3x fat loss. No one's going to even know what RX is at the moment, because what that means is, and why that is a good thing for you is 10 years from now, you don't want people going, "Oh, that thing, RX? Yeah, I heard about that." Yeah, they talked about that a while ago. Most network marketing companies come through, right? They come through their town, and this goes back to communication. They come through a town. It's like the movie has hit the town, right? You ever see great movies out, and then like, boom, where's the movie, right? So you could do it with Monavie. They had all the Monavie, they went crazy. Acai, it was like everywhere. It was blowing up. Like when I was building my USANA business, right? That's the only other company I was ever in, USANA. And when Monavie came, it was like the greatest explosion ever, right? Like, it was unbelievable. And where is it now? It's right. They got bought up into Jeunesse or whatever, but they're gone, man. Like, the company went gone. They went up to 880 million, around there. They say $1 billion, but it's a little bit of a stretch, but still very impressive in 5 years. Where are they now? Gone. Because the name of the product was the name of the company, was the whole thing. And so you couldn't mention the name without the opportunity, without everyone going, "Oh yeah, that acai berry thing," right? You could say, "Well, they did so great." And I would say to you, temporarily they did. But if you were in that company and you had built a huge team, and then like 5 years later, everyone's dropping off, there's a lot of other things going on there too. But the problem is that business is no longer great. It's no longer in existence. So I always say to you, is that really a great business? I don't know. To me, I don't want to start over like that. I want to build something that continues to build. So let's take it to RX. In RX, go ahead, Stefan.
No. I was listening. I was agreeing with what you were saying.
So take it to RX. And what we wanted to do, and this was really the genius behind Tim and then working with Fred and Mark and all these folks when we first started, we wanted to create the opportunity company. Well, what does that mean? It means that we're a perpetual opportunity. That means that you could build a business with Jove, which right now is it's like kindling, man. It's about to just go, right? And so you can build a Jove business and be out there building Jove. You got Jove packs. You got Jove customers. You have Jove, samples. You have Jove websites. You have Jove marketing. Like, the new marketing things are amazing.
We got branding, videos, right? Pictures. I mean, we got so many tools. It's incredible.
Yes.
Third-party validation.
Use discipline and build Jove like that. Okay. And so as you're building Jove like that, what happens is people like Jove, they're not really hearing RX. So RX is this really smart company, like this, like kind of like a GE or whatever you want to call it. And they're a conglomerate that has these different brands, Slenderize, boom. But then what we did with Slenderize with Tim is we took it to a whole nother level and created marketing campaigns. And I want you to really understand this, that you can build and sell a lot of products and get people retention-wise to stay on the products because of the 3X training and the whole 3X name. So 3X fat loss, 3X weight loss. Get those known out there. You're going to be selling clinical packs. You're going to be making $50 up front with affiliates, which helps pay for any kind of marketing you would do. Also, just helps you make more money. And then you get people buying the products, and you get testimonials, and the system actually trains the people for you. If you have not gone through and gotten your certificate from 3X fat loss or weight loss, that's your mission for the next 2 weeks. I give you up till the end of the week to do it, actually. That is your mission, because once you come through that training, you'll have no doubt in your mind what's up, like how's it going on weight loss. You'll never gain weight back. Like you'll be like, you know what? I know exactly why I gained weight back if I did, whatever. But you won't, because you'll be smart on it. And so that's your job, is to train yourself like on 3X fat loss, 3X weight loss. Get those things done, all right? Get the certificate. Then you're flat on that, you know what's going on, and you're very much better at promoting it. So you can promote it, you're going to be better. But I want you to think about the strategy here. What we have literally done with this is we've combined affiliate marketing, which everyone thinks is cool. You know, people will sell this thing or recommend that, and someone might make a product, an information product, and you could sell it and you make a couple $100 or $50 or whatever. But then that's a one-time deal. So a lot of people think affiliate marketing is really sexy and cool, that are into network and into the internet marketing. They think affiliate marketing is cool, but it's cool to a point. But you're always having to restart over. What we've done is we've allowed you to have the cool affiliate commission, right? But then we're back ending it with converting people from into straight up customers, right? They become preferred customers. They're buying products, creating volume for your lines, right? And then what they're doing also is converting themselves into reps, which go out and market the affiliate and also find preferred customers that way. They make their own $50. The volume that gets put into their lines, because they get put underneath you when they become a rep, that volume shoots up to you too. So that is a whole nother thing. No one has ever put together an information product that leads into a network marketing business that's all connected together. And that's including, so the real tagline is, hey, we've created affiliate marketing. We've combined affiliate marketing with network marketing for the first time ever in a system that helps people. When you see the testimonials from 3X Fat Loss, they are nothing short of amazing. You can't buy the testimonials. And they keep working on new ones for Laura, and Laura is working on them as well, right? For the women and for the men. This thing is just going to keep getting better and better. Fast forward a couple years from now, don't ask me when it's launching, please. Like, we'll do other ones like Baby Academy. We'll do other ones like the Clean Drinking Water Alert. And these will be information products that make people lean towards buying products from RX. But it's going to be, so this is where we're headed, right? So we have a brand, we have a company that has a brand strategy, and then we have smart reps that have put together, right, marketing campaigns to help you build your business and make it really simple to share stuff with people. With sending a link, and it brings someone through a funnel. No one's ever done that. And so you really need to know what you have on hand, because I'm telling you, there's not one network marketing company of all the companies that make 3 billion, 10 billion, not one has ever done this. So realize what you have. So get into communication with people, find out what's going on with them, qualify, invite them based on what they want. That's your big key. Talking to you, say you're at the gym working out. I say, well, what are you at the gym? That's awesome, man. Like, what gym do you go to? Boom. What are you trying to do? Oh, I'm just trying to get back. How's it going? Well, I lost 20 pounds the last couple of months. That's really good. And say, well, what do you really want? I want to lose like 30 more. I said, you know what? I'm not trying to like dash your dreams or anything, but like I actually, it's kind of crazy is I actually market a program. So I say I market it right there. My keywords, I market a program. So right there, they know I sell it. I'm not saying I heard of something. No, and then you do the thingy. Don't do that. That's why network marketing is actually, when someone says, it's like, I always see the network marketing trainers saying things like, oh, have you ever gone to a movie? Did the movie pay you? Well, you don't get paid by the movie. Okay. So that thing isn't if someone says that, Stefan, hey, I do network marketing. Most people do network marketing all the time. They just don't get paid for it. Right. It's not quite the same, because
we do get paid.
You don't work for the movie theater, or you don't work for it's not your film, right?
Yeah.
If it was your film and then you're saying, hey, go see this movie, then the people's like, hey, what's up, right? So when I say to you, hey, I actually market a program for men and women, like if I'm talking to a man, I'm not going to say, I don't need to say the women part. I say, I actually market a program for guys that try to lose their belly fat without starving themselves or working out. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what? How does that work? I said, well, shoot me your email real quick. Give me your email. I'll send it to you. It's real simple. And I think you're going to love it. I lost 30 pounds without even, I stopped working. I was training for half marathons, and I was 195. I went on this program. I got down to 165. Now I've been building back muscle, and I'm 175. But I mean, it's how you look, how you feel, right? And so I got back to my high school weight in 60 days. And all I did is walk around my neighborhood and follow this program. So I think you're going to love it. Boom. Watch the link.
That's it. Yeah, and use the tools.
If you got one of those, now if you only get one of those a week, why am I not retired? I don't know, because you did one a week when the guy didn't look at it. Right? Because he got busy or something happened.
Yeah.
So you got to give yourself more chances, which is why you need to find more prospects, right? So anything you want to add to that, Stefan?
Well, and one thing is that
keep going.
Yeah, you don't need to become a super presenter. I mean, all you do is you use the tools we have, and we have so many tools now. Not too long ago, that was a different story, but now we do. We have the 3x fat loss, and that guy I was telling you earlier, that I spoke with yesterday. I mean, this person was actually on board with another program, and he was trying to lose weight and all of that. But I didn't try to explain why our program is better or anything like that. All I did is I directed him to the information, and he watched it. And the same thing with Juve. We have so many testimonials, so many before and after pictures, videos, media coverage. Use those. Use those tools. Send them out to your prospects. That's what you do. Your job is to do the first part, is the great invite, and then use the tools to do the presentation and do all of that for you. So that's what we have today for Talking Tuesday. Any question? Anything else? I see Cynthia posted a question. I don't see other questions.
It's all right.
That's good. So
to recap it, always get the greeting in, right? Mm-hmm. This is where you ask people. It's not just hello, hey, how's it going? And it could be a greeting. I meet somebody, hey, oh my gosh, I have never tried that latte. Is that good? Boom, start talking. Oh man, are you, whatever. We just start with something in the environment. We start talking. Boom.
Yeah.
Right? You do the greeting. When I first meet someone, I don't know if it's going to go that far, right? But who knows? They may say something that qualifies. So you're talking to that big leader, give them a greeting. Hey, congratulations on all your success. How long have you been in network marketing? Oh, wow, awesome. And wow, you made a top income earner, boom, boom. Great. How's everything going for you? I said, good. So I get them to start talking to me. That's it. And then qualify. They might say something. Hey, is everything going, would there be any reason? You can ask a qualifying question. Do you know anybody who would like to lose their belly fat without starving themselves or working out? And they can say, yeah, my brother wants to know. I want to know. Oh, okay, cool. What have you tried in the past, right? I'm getting below, they say qualified, but I'm getting below the surface of that qualified. What have you done? What are you really trying to do? Man, actually, I got to go on a vacation, and I'm scared to take my shirt off. Oh my gosh, I understand, right? Boom. Now I got the real reason, right? I said, well, you know what? I've got a video. I think how long's the vacation? It's in 2 months. You know what? Watch this video today so you can get on track. Boom, right? We'll have that shirt off of you in no time. I use their qualified to invite them. That's a key right there.
Yeah.
Then I follow up with them. That's the next phase. So anyway, Stefan, I just want to recap that. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Well, I think we covered what we wanted to touch base this morning, and we got Cynthia with her question. I think we covered that. And if there's no other question, guys, I know you're going to be talking to people this week. You're going to be messaging them on Facebook or text message, or you're going to meet people. You're going to come up with questions, and so bring them on for next week. So this way we can help you. And I think just the live stuff is going to be helpful because we can have that interaction with you and actually really answer your question right there. And you have a chance to connect with people who know the game, they're playing it and making it happen. And so just make sure you use those resources that you have access to. And we're here for you. So tomorrow night, Steve, what is tomorrow? What are we going to do?
So Wednesday evening, I'm working on the webinar. I'm going to record one, but we're going to have a webinar live tomorrow night. Woodson Gardner and I, on Wednesday night, we're going to be doing the webinar live. And I'm working on a couple of people to give me testimonials. And then I think we're going to have a pretty solid business presentation. And this is going to be the bigger picture. RX as a business, like if you were like to sign up in the franchise of RX, what do you have available to you? So we're going to be thinking like a smart business person, because as Tim Sales said in Brilliant Compensation, this is intelligent business expansion, right?
Yeah.
Kind of money you can make in network marketing, the impact you can help with people. And that's a really cool thing is we have products that are truly helping people. When someone gets on stage and they lost 201 pounds, I can sit back and go, dude, I'm like, dude, we're doing something awesome. Like we're doing awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so we should get paid. Whoever invited that person, they should get paid for that. That's a great business.
Absolutely. Great. All right, guys, let's go talk to people. Let's make it happen.
Okay. Talk to you later.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.